get started. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's 1 million Strategy Roundtable for Entrepreneurs. This is our public roundtable. 1 million by 1 million, as you know, is the first and only global virtual accelerator for technology startups. Our mission is to help 1 million entrepreneurs reach $1 million and beyond in annual revenue. In support of that mission, we do these roundtables week after week after week. This is the 634th roundtable. We started way back when in 2008. So it's been many years that we've been doing this on a regular basis. Every single event has been recorded. This one will be recorded as well. And the recordings are on our YouTube channel, 1M1M Roundtables. On Twitter, we're at 1Mby1M and at Sramana, and hashtag today is 1M1M. You can dial in through the phone line to talk to me. You can use your computer audio. All of those are viable options. We are going to start with TeammateMe, and I believe Daniel is going to do the presentation. So please unmute your line, Daniel, and get going.
Sure. Hello, everybody. So let's get started. TeammateMe is a global team building platform, and it's an online web application. How can I go to the next slide?
You just tell me when you want to go to the next slide.
Okay. So, to do almost anything, you need a team. If you want to start a company, you need to build a team. If you have a course project, many course projects actually are done in teams. Many video games are done in teams. Many sports are done in teams. If you like to play volleyball, you probably need to find good teammates and play with them. And there is no systematic way to find good teammates. And especially currently, there is no systematic way to hold them accountable. So with a review and rating system. So can you go to the next slide? So for example, in the one of the applications, one of the cases for finding teammates is for entrepreneurs and freelancers and professionals. As you can see, the market for the professionals and freelancers is growing steadily during the past 10 years or so. And this is just one example, but there are many other cases that require teammates. And you need teammates, you need to find teammates to perform in different areas, like in school, in extracurricular activities, in for students, etc., etc. So can we go to the next slide? Next slide, please.
Go ahead.
Okay, so it is the same slide. Can we go to the next slide? Okay, so TeammateMe is a solution for finding teammates and building teams when there is no other option. For example, for students, when they need teammates for their course projects, there is almost no option, and there is almost no other option. So TeammateMe is the best option for them. For gamers, as far as I know, TeammateMe is the best option. And for many applications, for many groups, TeammateMe is the best option. So we can help students, freelancers, gamers, etc., etc. So we have a wide range of audiences, wide range of potential audiences. However, we are going to focus on one audience after discovering market, after doing some marketing campaigns and detecting the which kind of audience is more promising. So we are going to just focus on that type of audience. So currently, as far as I know, there is there are some applications for freelancers and entrepreneurs like Upwork and freelancer.com and Fiverr that can help the entrepreneurs find freelancers, and let's say you can find teammates. But there are many other cases that we don't have any good application, any good platform for finding teammates. So for students, TeammateMe is similar to Rate My Professor. In Rate My Professor, students can rate their professors, can leave reviews and ratings for their professors. And excuse me?
Keep going. You're back. I'm sure audio for a moment. Go ahead.
Okay. But students also participate in team projects, and there is no platform that can help them to hold their teammates accountable, leave reviews and ratings for the teammates, find good teammates based on their reviews and ratings, based on their past performances. So TeammateMe can help them to build a reputation based on their performances in a school. And of course, after graduation, this reputation can help them to find a better job. So students would be just an example. I mentioned freelancers and professionals. Of course, we provide different features from Upwork. We overlap with Upwork and LinkedIn to some extent, but we provide different features like building teams, leaving reviews and ratings for teammates, etc. For gamers, there are some rivals out there, but so they don't provide the features that we provide. And for hobbies, we have Meetup. Meetup is just for meeting and for just finding for a quick meeting in person or online. But TeammateMe is for more long-term commitment and finding teammates, and for rating and reviews, which does not exist in Meetup or LinkedIn or many other applications. So can we go to the next slide? Can we go to the next slide? I wish there was a way that I could change the slide. So if we go to the next slide, that would be great.
I've forwarded like 5 slides already. So what slide do you see?
I see key competitors. I am still on the same slide.
I see monetization strategy on my screen.
I see a slide 6. So I'm not sure. Maybe.
I see the slide 5, the target audience. So.
Okay. So should I wait?
So what slide do you want? What slide are you looking for?
Just 7. If I could see 7, that would be great. So I'm gonna just talk about the next slide. After.
There is no slide 7 on your deck, it seems.
Oh, I mean a slide, the slide how it works. The slide that says how it works. So on TeammateMe, we help people find teammates, find good teammates, build a team, and then work on their team project. And also, we let the teammates leave reviews, ratings for their teammates, for their team members, for their fellow team members. And this rating and review helps people to find good teammates based on their past performances, helps them hold their teammates accountable, and also helps them to build a reputation for their future team building, so they can send a signal that they have been a good team member in the past. So this is a very important feature, and actually we are planning to incorporate that into a blockchain smart contract, so the rating and reviews stay on the blockchain forever. At this point, there is no blockchain feature yet, but this is a feature that we are planning to implement. So TeammateMe essentially helps with building strong teams and doing best. So finding the best teammates and incentivizing them to do their best. So our growth strategy is to use Google Ads, search campaigns, display campaigns, video campaigns to attract users, get more users on the website, and also use Facebook, LinkedIn, and other social media to get users and find and attract users for the website. And also we do email marketing, and we are planning to contact universities and collaborate with some colleges and universities and help them to use the platform for their students for free. Initially it is going to be just free. We provide them with coupon codes so they can use the platform just for free. And this actually will help us grow our user base. And once we have large enough users, like maybe around 10 to 20K, we can start charging users confidently, and we will have paying customers very soon. So at this point, we are not focused on revenue generation because we need to grow. We need to do. We need to have a good user base, and then we can focus on revenue generation. So I should mention that we launched the website just recently, just a couple of months ago, and we have just started to ask for funding and raise capital. So at this point, we have a fully functional web application. We are done with ideation, design, and development. We have a fully functional web application that the users can use, and we are ready for commercialization. But for commercialization, we need money, we need budget. So once we have enough users, we can easily charge the users and for using different features.
Daniel, I'll give you some feedback.
Okay.
The first problem I see with this situation is that you are expecting funding.
It is very difficult to hear you. I can hardly hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. You're just cutting out.
You're looking for funding. You're looking for funding without users, and this does not work. So unless you are raising this kind of funding from friends and family, professional investors do not invest in situations like this, typically. So you're going to have to bootstrap your way to something that already has proof of concept, is working, is, has users, has, some sort of a monetization model, etc. If you're looking for funding before those proof points come about, I don't see this being a fundable situation. So I think, as in many startup situations, this is a chicken and egg problem. And this kind of chicken and egg situations are not fundable situations, not fundable by professional investors. So you're going to have to come up with a different kind of strategy so that you can find a segment where you can get traction, you can start charging fairly quickly so that you can bootstrap this business. So I don't think you can wait for huge numbers of users coming into your system with advertising and so forth, because you don't have the resources to do any of that. Which then points you to the question, does it make more sense to apply this in a more B2B context where maybe companies can pay something else? Your business strategy otherwise is not a workable business strategy. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand. But we actually do have monetization channels, and the users can pay through credit card. So to use different features, the
That's
users
not
need to use tokens.
point. That is not the point.
Mhm.
Mechanics of payment is not what drives or triggers funding. What drives and triggers funding is traction, validation and traction. You need users, you need paying customers in statistically significant numbers. You need a business model validation, you need a pricing model validation. Those are the metrics that drive funding. If you don't have any of that, I don't think you're going to be able to raise money for this business model. So you do not have product market fit. Somebody's asking you, do you have product market? Rajmund is asking, you have product market fit already? No, you don't have product market fit. You don't have users. How can you have product market fit?
So we have not done much marketing. So we need to run some marketing campaign to get some users. And
you have to do that on your own dime. Nobody's going to write you checks to do that.
yeah, so we are at pre-revenue stage, like many other startups.
Yes. So this is, there is and this is for everybody who's listening to this roundtable. Situations that are where validation is predicated upon funding are not fund situations. So you have to do your validation first and then go out to raise money. You cannot raise money to validate an idea. Today's industry, today's technology industry does not operate that way. So you're going to have to find a way to somehow validate idea for raise money. So Daniel, this is not a fundable situation, and you need to strategize and come up with another way to play your hand, find a segment that will be willing to pay up front or early, and figure out a marketing strategy that can be done with investment on your time, etc. But this strategy that you have presented here is not going to work. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Arun, you're next. Could you please unmute your line?
Yeah, Sramana, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, great.
Go on.
Yeah. So I can't able to see my deck actually.
We have a
Yeah, now I can see. See, Laztwordz. The line is actually not stable. So can you hear me?
I can hear you, but your audio is breaking up. So try again.
Yeah. So my deck is not visible to me actually. Is it presenting?
What is not visible to you?
My deck, I can see Sramana, Mitra. Okay, anyhow, fine. I think there will be some internet issue. So let me give a brief about Laztwordz. Laztwordz, the name derived from Laztwordz.
We have your slides up on the screen.
No, I can't see the deck on the screen right now.
Just go ahead and do your presentation.
Okay, I understood
Because
that
your
you can see maybe.
slides are up on the screen right now.
Yeah. Okay. So Laztwordz, we are building a website where our users can preserve or store their afterlife messages. So this is kind of a legacy saving application that we have built. So we can see there are some similar sites doing this kind of service in overseas like USA, Canada, Malaysia. But for India, This is something new. Yeah, we can go to next slide. And see, now the problem is in India, there is no service provider. So if anyone wants to preserve some data for their loved ones in the afterlife, so one cannot find any similar service in the market, at least not in India right now. So we have completely researched in the online, and we studied about more platforms which providing same kind of service in the overseas, but our target is only for India right now. So that is the first problem. There is no providers, and the second is the grieving research. Losing someone is already very difficult, and at the time of sad and sorrowness, it is very difficult to find most important necessary things. For example, accounting details and financial status, insurance details, and any work-related documents. And the another problem we want to address here is that for a small business, if anyone running a small business, we are not talking about big tech giants, we are small business owners, and so there will be like you can say as an entrepreneur startup people, that next generation will not know anything. So to preserve all these things, Laztwordz will be the best option for the Indians. We can go to the next slide. So the solution we are bringing up here is we are giving the accessibility so that everyone can easily access it with our secure platform. So we are completely encrypted and SSL certified platform. So our major value proposition is the peace of mind. So that is our most important value proposition. One, in India, this culture, like most of the people won't talk about death that easily. So it will be very difficult for us to market in the beginning, but we can go to the next slide. But why we have taken this now? Why now? So now there is a digital age, like everyone wants to store any data in the digital form, not in the diary or a notebook. And uncertain life has become very unpredictable recently, like all over the world, natural disaster, sick, flu, and accidents. So these are all the things like it clearly shows that life is very unpredictable. And the evaluation of mindset. Like as I said earlier, like most of the people don't like to talk or discuss anything about death or afterlife, the past. But now the evaluation of mindset in India is completely changing now. People ready to accept their fate, and everyone is well realized that anything can happen to anyone at any point of time. That, for example, COVID has taught this lesson to everyone. We can go to the next slide. So this is our business model. Like to explore our website, we are giving 14 days free trial, and also we don't want to disturb any of our users, like by giving them a reminder every month. So we don't want to cause any inconvenience. So we plan to choose a yearly subscription instead of going for the monthly subscription. Even though the most of the overseas services providing of getting monthly subscription, we opt to go for the yearly subscription, and we have also a plan for a lifetime one-time payment. So this is our pricing model, $4.99. If you convert that into dollar, it will be like $4.95. It will come. The price is start from $5 per year to $10 per year. So we restricted the pricing model based on the number of receivers. Receiver is the person who will be receiving all your afterlife messages once you are gone. So that we have restricted the number of receivers based on the pricing plan. We can go to the next slide. Next slide. This is the key risk analysis, what we have researched so far. Like we can say as immediately what will come to anyone when they hear this idea or pitch. How do we know a user is demised? How do we do the verification? How do we deliver the message? The chances of message delivery failure. These are the 4 key area we have put more legal help and tech help to get this risk analysis done. We can go to the next slide. The market size. So currently, who is our target audience? We are targeting the person who is having a term insurance. Recently in India, there is a severe growth in number of people opting for a term insurance because people started to think to save or protect their family financially even after if you are not able to stay with them. So that is why anyone will take a term insurance. Term insurance is completely for the family, for our loved ones. So when we are opting to prevent our family in a financial stage, it is also important to preserve our memories and share it with them during the unfortunate event. So we have taken hardly the term insurance holders, that is 60 lakhs. So from that we have derived all this TAM, TSM and TYM. We can go to the next slide. And this is our market research. There is not much about this. The only main thing is almost 37 crores rupees are lying in an insurance company and 26,000 crores of amount in a providential fund, which around 64 crores of unclaimed money is there in the bank and employees contributions. So the major reason for this unclaimed bank account money is because of the unfortunate event of death. Their family would not know that the details of the bank account, so they would have never able to claim the amount from that. So we can go to the next slide. Target audience. Nowadays we can see most of the everyone is target online for a marketing. We do online marketing, but our strength is offline marketing. We go speak to people, explain the progress and get their feedback and tell the importance of this service and make them subscribe. The same way an insurance agent do. We also like an insurance, but instead of money, we are giving them memories. We can go to the next. So this is our mission actually, to tie up with most number of insurance companies. So in that way, it will be easy for us to identify the user's device without getting the information from the third party. We can directly will get notified from the insurance companies when the unfortunate event of the user. We can go to the next slide. So next slide is about a comparison between Google Inactive Manager and our service, what we are providing. why we have put this slide is like recently we got rejected from one of the investors saying that our service is being already provided by a tech giant like Google Inactive Manager. So this is the slide we can see like what is the difference and what are the advantages of Laztwordz is having over the Google Inactive Manager. So that's all. That's also the thing is like Laztwordz is help users to preserve their afterlife messages, and this is completely new for Indians. So this is our strategy, and we launched the website 2023 December. So it is like hardly 1.5-2 months old company. So far, we have not gone full-fledged in the marketing. We are still building the marketing strategies, and we are going to launch our Laztwordz merchandise soon, and we are going to tie up with most orphanages, old age homes, and give some contribution from the sales what we are getting. So that's all from me. Thank you all for listening.
Arun, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So my first advice to you would be to go talk to the insurance companies that you want to partner with and get their validation. Are they willing to work with you? Under what terms? How would the money flow? Because in any kind of funding discussion that you're going to have, that validation is going to be critical. See, you have shown a bunch of different channels. You can do this, you can do that, you can do that, you can do that. But to me, if you can actually work with people in the insurance industry and you have a channel through which you can go to market, that would be interesting. For example, if you have partnerships with hospitals and hospitals are willing to roll out your service, that would be interesting, because otherwise investors will not be able to see how you can go to market with velocity. If you're looking for investors, you have to with them strategy. Remember, investors are looking for companies to invest in that can go from $0 to $100 million in 5 to 7 years. And that is a very, very difficult, challenging task to grow at that pace. So you're going to need to show proof points, show what we call unfair advantages, such that you deliver the my audio cut out. Hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
It's better.
Did you hear everything I said?
No, the last it was like we're not able to hear the last sentence, but we are going to deliver the message. Something.
What I'm saying is you need to create the partnerships that can give you some sort of a fast path to customers. Companies, or if you have relationships with hospitals through which you can get to large numbers of customers, be a way to get to markets with velocity, and that velocity is critical. Arun, have you been able to hear? Arun,
Yeah,
have
I
you
can
heard
hear.
me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear. Yeah.
There is a question in the public chat that I would like to answer. I know there are people in the question. I don't know if you could give me a moment to answer the question. Mike is asking, I have a question. How would one go about connecting with an insurance company? Is there a specific department in dealing with partnerships? There is a
Yeah.
whole strategy. Hang on 1 second. Let me answer this question, please. There is a whole strategy of how to do enterprise selling. Enterprises tend to have complex organization structures, and you need to learn how to navigate a complex organization structure. We have course modules through which we teach this. I will give you some pointers. Please make a. You can access the Sales 2.0 module through 1M by1M Basic or 1M by1M Premium on our website. You can also access a course on Udemy called B2B, Business to Business Sales Strategy. Maureen, you can perhaps give them the link to the new course, B2B Sales Strategy. There also I've covered the material on how to navigate a complex enterprise sales situation. So you are going to need to learn how to navigate an enterprise sales situation. Okay? So Rajmund, you're saying, Mike, just go and ask people working there. They can always ask the boss or manager. This is not the way to build a repeatable sales process. Okay? There is a very, very scientific process on how to build a repeatable sales process. You need to learn it, and Maureen will give you some pointers to, some easy ways that you can learn it from our educational material. One other comment I have, Arun, for you, that is the last comment I'm going to give you before I move on to the next presentation. In your title slide, you had something about beyond the grave. As you know, India is largely a Hindu country where there is no question of grave, right? So don't put grave and burial kind of metaphors in your tagline, because the bulk of your customer base in India most likely are going to be Hindus, and they don't go to the grave. Okay? All right. Arun, do you have any other questions? I'm going to move on to the next presenter. All
Thank
right.
you, Sramana. Thank you for the feedbacks. It really helped. Thank you.
Let me go through the next two presentations, and then you guys can ask more questions as well. So, hang on, who's this? This is Rajmund's pitch. Rajmund, could you please unmute your line?
Yes.
And start your presentation?
Yeah, it's actually Raymond, but that doesn't matter. And I probably misunderstood because I thought we had to do the special pitch
Just
with
speak up.
questions to
I
you.
can't hear you.
Yes, sorry.
I cannot hear you.
Sorry, how about now?
It's better.
Yeah, it's better. I didn't do anything, so I don't know how it works. So I will just say louder. So I think I misunderstood because I followed a template that was on 1Mby1M, and actually there is no pitch regarding the products and the problem that is solved, that the product solves. But to shorten it, it's automated code scanning and 3D dimensioning. So it's basically like entry gate with LiDARs and top cameras, hardware stuff that help you to create 3D models on entry to warehouse and differentiate the products in the cargo without needing to scan the code. So that will help you with automations and everything surrounding. But there are a couple solutions similar to this. So I'm actually.
What is the problem, what is the problem that you're solving?
The problem is regarding disputes, because every 10% of the market and the shipment from B2B is put on dispute because the orders is basically rejected because somewhere there has been an not defection but damage to the cargo itself. So somehow you need to find where throughout this process of delivering the cargo, for example, let it be the wood, let it be toilets. I don't really care. That could be even cars. Then you have to find the person that destroyed the cargo during the transportation, and due to that reason, very often contracts are refused and cancelled. As I listened from the companies we've been talking to. So the main problem regarding developing this idea is, first of all, the competition. I think sometimes I just undervalue myself. Secondly, is that I washed out of funding. So I was thinking about other ways of monetization, like you can go for another slide. I really don't care. So that would be like doing some SaaS or SaaS software for the for logistic companies, so that I can sell smaller product faster, because wait time on the companies is just killing the flow and momentum, which at the start for me are the most crucial ones. So if you can go to another slide. I'm sorry, do we hear each other? Hello?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, but it's...
Hold on, I think, let me see if she's dropped off. Sramana, are you there? Looks like she's been disconnected.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's hold on a minute.
No problem, no
See if
problem.
she comes back. She'll certainly be trying. As I said before, she is
Back, yeah.
she's in Saigon, Vietnam,
Oh, yeah.
and it's
That
late at night
figures.
there. Yeah, so
Yeah,
she's trying to make this work.
Actually, my
Okay,
professor...
looks like she's back in. Let's give her 1 sec. I'm not sure how much she missed.
Actually, my professor is coming back from Vietnam today. And
Really?
yeah, weird coincidence. But yeah.
I think
You
she,
me guys?
we hear you now.
Yeah, we do hear you.
Yeah, my audio basically dropped. All right, so I must not have heard some part of your conversation, what you were saying.
Okay.
You were saying something about your problem in building this idea. Could you please just rewind and repeat what you said on that?
Yes. But can I at first do a little detour, because you actually answered one of my questions, which was how to navigate on sales on corporate and enterprise levels. So that would help me, because very often I would go just to the trades or logistic fairs and ask the regional manager that were on their stand, and just had this chit chat and ask to develop it further, or I would ask write an emails to the people I've met on webinariums or in logistics sectors, or I would just hit up the people on LinkedIn. So thank you for that. The problem with developing
You will need to do some of that, but there is a method to it. Maureen has shared the name of the course on Udemy. You can do that, or you can join 1Mby1M basically. Is fine.
Yeah, I have it on my screen already, so I will definitely check that afterwards. So the problem is wait time for agreement with companies. So they seem to be interested, but they tend to drop off for a couple of weeks, not respond at all, and then, hey, what about the project? Are you still interested? And me being a student and, to be honest, broke, I feel discouraged and losing of momentum with the idea I'm building. You can go for another slide. There will be no pictures, I think, regarding this, maybe the last one. So yeah, there is only the main solution is to send something like sensor gauge to scan the cargo and with AI pattern recognition recognize the 3D model of the cargo on the pallet, which is not the same, and automatically send that to warehouse management systems, which cuts time on deliveries a lot and also help in disputes. But it is long process for selling, and I've been thinking that I have shiny object syndrome because I've been thinking on selling them some SaaS softwares in order to bootstrap. I don't know, because I somehow need to develop the project to go with prototype runs in the 5 companies that are interested as of today. Probably will be more next week because I'm still asking people, still scheduling meetings. To be honest, tomorrow at 9 a.m. I have the meeting with DXC, which is the company that sponsors Ferrari Formula One team. But yeah,
Rajmund, let me kind of try to streamline this a little bit. Part of the problem you have is that we don't really understand what problem you're solving, and my sense is that you don't understand what problem you're solving, which means that you need to have conversations, topical conversations, domain-specific conversations with people in the organizations, in the target customers who have this kind of logistics issues, and you need to get specific about what problems do they have.
yes.
So I would like you to go through, just a second, let me finish, please. Listen to me first. Just go through, first and foremost, finish the course that I just gave you links to, Maureen just shared links to, and learn a process of how to approach people who are relevant to your problem. And open up conversations. You will have to use LinkedIn, you will have to, but at least you have a repeatable process, and you have to play the numbers game. You have to get a critical mass of people engaged and talking. So there's also another course on validation, how to validate an idea. Maureen, could you please give him the link to that as well? If you could do these courses and just learn a bit more of the systematic process of how to define an idea, how to validate an idea, how to create momentum around an idea. If you cannot do that, you will not be able to raise any funding at all, not even pre-seed funding. So you need to kind of follow some methodology, and Maureen will give you another link to the validation course also available on Udemy. We have also released that on Udemy. You can access everything. The entire 1M curriculum is accessible on our website under 1M and 1M.
Yes, I've been
We'll
on
explore a little
one.
bit later on.
Yes, I've been on your site and I've been doing those courses. The thing is, the company we're speaking to tend to want to sign the NDA. We did the NDA, and the process of signing the NDA itself lasts about a month, which is staggering amount to me, to sign a simple NDA in order to see what comes next. And I don't know how to speed up it. If the course on B2B sales covers that is the perfect fit for me. But if it's don't, I don't know, because we have like, let me check on my board over there. We have 7 companies interested, and yeah, but still no letter of intent. So that's the pain. And sorry, that's not the pitch I usually run, but because I wanted to do the pitch with your recommendation, but my regular pitch is not like this. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, a little.
Can you hear me?
Yes, right now I can.
Okay, so what I would suggest to you is that do the startup validation for the and
Right now I don't, sorry.
some amount of streamlining is definitely necessary. Repeatable sales process.
Repeatable sales process. Okay. So that I can
Correct.
a repeatable sales process. Yeah, okay. That will be the thing
So
I
do
will
that,
be
and then if
looking
you
for.
need more help, follow the 1 program further. Okay.
Sorry, I
Alright.
really
Let's
this is distorted. I can't hear you.
Okay. Sorry about the um, I can't find my phone, Maureen. I'll just have to do it this. I don't have any phone connection here. Let's finish this way. Are you online? Can you unmute your line and do your pitch next? We do not have presentation control anymore. There we go. All right, now I have it. Please unmute the line and unmute. Folks, I'm in sign on now. Hotel. I don't think the connect is good at all, so I'm my best, but this is not very good.
Andreas, go ahead with your pitch.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andres Dominguez. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to begin. That's okay? Okay.
Please,
perfect.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Andres Felipe Dominguez Rendon. I am from Colombia. Can you go to the next slide, please?
Go ahead.
Perfect. I am the CEO of Bionic. Bionic is co-founded by 6 co-founders. We co-founded Bionic in 2021. Is all bootstrap. We are all family, and all the from the 6 co-founders, 4 of them we have technology background, and 2 of them has sales, marketing, accounting, and financial background. Next slide, please. So in the beginning, as we have technological background, we wanted to do something with artificial intelligence. And we thought we want to create an AI beauty assistant. So we started to show and to speak with people if they would like this kind of technology. And a lot of people say that this could be amazing. Some of the things that happen is that we want we want to connect the beauty world. And when I say the beauty world is people who use beauty services and beauty owners like barber shops, beauty salons, hairdressers. So can you go to the next slide, please? Okay, thank you. So when we started to explore the market, we started to figure out that the market had other needs. So for example, beauty businesses are disorganized. They have like scheduling hassles. Their information is saved on a notebook, on a physical notebook. They tend to be hugely informal and is a highly competitive field. And there is a lack of education. We can understand these beauty services as are struggling a little bit with creating a beauty enterprise. On the other side, beauty users, they have like a lack of trust. They have like uncertainty. There is like a huge uncertainty in order to schedule an appointment with a beauty service because they have had bad experiences. So, and overall, end users don't appreciate quite much beauty professionals. So this is like the two problems that we found in the beauty world. Can you go to the next slide, please? Okay. So BeUnique started to develop two mobile applications. So one mobile applications for end users and one mobile application for beauty professionals and beauty owners. So in this way, BeUnique wants to connect the beauty world. We are right now more focused in building and developing more features for BeUnique Pro because we consider this is a great market. Can you go to the next slide, please? So part of the characteristics that we have developed for BeUnique Pro is avoiding scheduling hassles, also centralizing all the clients and customers' information. We build some reports in order to facilitate beauty owners and beauty professionals to know the main metrics. And we have also accompanied this with online courses. So this is already developed and we have made some tracking. Can you go to the next slide, please?
Andres, who is the customer for all this?
Thank you. Can you repeat the question, please?
Who is the customer?
Yes, the customer is the end user. That is mostly everyone who uses a haircut or maybe who goes to the manicurist or to the pedicurist. This is the end user. And BeUnique Pro is for beauty professionals.
I do not like that strategy, Andres. I do not like that strategy. I think building business as a B2C business is going to be really difficult.
Yes.
Can you frame this more as a B2B company?
Yes. Sorry, maybe.
I think it has very.
Thank you, Sramana. Maybe I expressed wrongly. We have focused on the B2B segment. If you can go to the next slide, I'm going to show you some metrics that I think are important.
See the chat. I asked you a question as B2B.
Yes, our main business model is the B2B, and mostly all the development that we have made over the past 3 years is based on the B2B, and this is like the traction that we got. For example, we launched the MVP of BeUnique Pro in 2021 and the MVP for BeUnique users in 2022. And for example, in June 2022, we got 2,000 user downloads and 20 active subscription. An active subscription is a beauty owner who is paying a monthly subscription to us. So according to this, our main focus is with the B2B segment, and the B2B segment is helping us to get in the B2C because we are working with their clients. This is part of the automation that we are making. I don't know if right now is more clear.
But the business is B2B subscriptions, right? You are monetizing with B2B subscriptions, isn't it?
Yes, this is true.
So then your pitch needs to be reframed as a B2B pitch, because I asked you who is your customer, and you said end users. No, end users are not. Customers are the businesses. You have a B2B business here. The end users are users of your system, but your customer is not the end user. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
So your pitch to be very clear that this is a B2B business, and you need to show how you're going to build that B2B business. And the answer to the question, who is the customer, is B2B, and what problem you have to show, you have to articulate the B2B problem you're solving first, and then also explain how you're solving the end user's problem, because the end user is also involved in this process, but your main customer is a B2B, and your main problem that you're solving is a B2B problem.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to reframe the beginning of the presentation, and I have a doubt here. For example, as we started to develop the application, our first business model is the B2B, as I have described, but we are aiming to have a marketing solution for taking advantage of the amount of users that we can gather from these B2B businesses. So this is more or less if you can go to huge opportunity, that I think is the slide 9, maybe I can express better that we can tackle B2B and B2C for the reason I did the explanation that I gave you.
Yeah, but what is the B2C opportunity? How are the opportunity? What is the strategy on B2C monetization?
Yes, the first thing is that we are providing a facility of prices. People can go to the application, can see through geolocalization, they can see the businesses that are around them. They can see the prices, they can see the services that they offer, and they can make the appointment immediately with the beauty professional. We also, the beauty professionals, we encourage them to create promotions. So there are a lot of discounts in the B2C application. So, and this is part of the future, of course, and this is why we began with a little bit of artificial intelligence. In the future, we want to create some,
One of the ways you can monetize the B2C, the B2C audience once you build it, first and foremost, you need to use the B2B model to build the B2C audience. And when you have millions of B2C users on your system, one thing you can do in the beauty industry, samples are a very big issue, right? Beauty companies, beauty product companies want to distribute samples to end users. And if you can become a channel through which they can distribute samples, you can charge the beauty product companies, not just the beauty services companies, but beauty product companies, to distribute samples to this customer. For that, they will pay you. But that's still, again, a B2B business. That's a B2B business, not a B2C business. You are leveraging the audience, but the business, you're solving the distribute their samples into the And frankly, I much prefer what you have here are ingredients of a good B2B business. So don't get confused around having to do a B2C business. Leverage the B2C user base, but B2B business, I think it's a much better business.
Ah, okay. Thank you. Thank you for the recommendation. I'm going to do this, of course.
Okay. That is all the presentations we have today. I will take you through a few slides and explain how to use 1M. Some of you probably are already using it. If you like the way I work with you, I give you very direct feedback, and sometimes it's contrary to what you're doing. That is my job, is to give you feedback with which you can become successful. If you like this approach, then refer 1M to other entrepreneurs, friends, family, colleagues, whatever. All our resources are online. Everything is available at 1M1M.com. We have an Entrepreneur Journey book series that is available on Amazon. The blog is available for free on the website, 1M1M.com. The book series has 12 case study-based books. You can use to learn. These roundtables happen every week. You can watch once for free. After that, if you want to interact with me on an ongoing basis, you need to join the 1M Premium program. The Premium program is our full acceleration program. We help you on a weekly basis. You can come talk to me on a weekly basis. You get access to our full curriculum. You get methodology guidance. You get help with business development and regular strategy consulting, mentoring, coaching, whatever you call it. And you also get help with finance. The self-assessment, the free tool on the bootstrapping course, free bootstrapping course that's pinned to the top of the 1M blog. I recommend that you do it. It's less than 1 hour long. Bootstrapping is very important in our strategy. All these, all of you who come to me with wanting to raise money without doing the validation work, without doing enough bootstrapping, will not succeed in raising money. So please do the bootstrapping course and level set how the industry works. I referred to a couple of Udemy courses in course of the coaching today. We have actually about 80 Udemy courses right now, and that's based on the 1M methodology. It's a very easy way to learn. You're welcome to use Udemy courses to learn, or it will give you the link where you can find coupons to our Udemy courses. That is the link. She'll give you the link on public chat. 1M Basic is access to our full curriculum, and that's $99 a month. You're welcome to join that also. If you want to, Udemy doesn't have all our material. Udemy has a lot, but not all. And 1M Basic has everything. And of course, 1M Premium has it. So go to the website, what is available as basic, premium, etc., and figure out how you want to learn, how you want to leverage the resource, get the FAQs, video FAQs, curriculum description. And as I've mentioned before, we are a case study based program. You are learning from other people who've done it before. That's learning. We have investor introduction policies. If 1M wanting money, go through the page. Our methodology is bootstrap first, raise money later. Do not do investors as beggars, go chase. So that is all. I can take more questions. Our next roundtable is March 28th. And then we have 2 more roundtables on April 11th and April 18th. If If you have more questions, I will take more questions now. You can ask questions in public chat, or you can dial and ask questions. You can also ask by turning the computer audio on. If you have questions about the 1Mby1M program, ask a question. Recommend me a method to evaluate. Or are you looking for validation? Valuation in order to know how much you can raise. That is highly subjective, and if you are in the 1By1M premium program, I will help you figure out valuations and all of that stuff. There is no thumb rule on valuation. It's a much more subjective and way to do evaluation. Were you able to hear me, Andres? Did you hear my answer to your question? Yes, okay. Early stage startup valuation is extremely complex. There is no thumb rule for that. But I have enough experience to be able to help you with that if you decide that you need help and you need to join the 1Mby1M premium program for that. Anybody else? Any other questions? Yes, no? All right. It looks like we have covered. Okay, here we go. One more question. Mike, I've gone through one of your Udemy courses and you mentioned something vertical versus horizontal. Can you describe a vertical opportunity? Yes, of course, Mike. There are lots of vertical opportunities right now. There are industry-specific problems, functional specific problems. You could have problems within HR in the manufacturing industry. That is considered a vertical problem. You could have problems in the logistics industry. We were just talking about some things in the logistics industry. You could have, that is a vertical problem. So you could have problems in the healthcare industry. That would be a vertical industry problem. You could have an HR specific problem within the healthcare industry. Yes, industry specific approach is vertical, but it's industry and job profile also. So, functional areas like logistics, like marketing, like HR, like distribution, like advertising. There are various different functional areas also, and often functional problems vary industry by industry. So the best solutions or best problem domains and best solutions that you can create are at the cusp of both industry verticals as well as functional areas. And that's how you narrow down B2B problems, and then you create products and solutions based on that. Does that answer your question, Mike? Great, excellent. Anyone else? Glory has a question. I think I see a hand up. Glory, could you please either ask your question by unmuting yourself, or you can type in your question. Either way is fine. Glory, can you hear me? You need to unmute your line.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. I have been unable to unmute myself for a while. Hello everyone. My name is Glory Amadife from Nigeria. So I'm really grateful for this session. Like I was listening keenly to your corrections on other businesses that presented. And this is my first time here, and I must say I've gotten a lot of value for the time. really
Good.
so.
I'm
Yes.
very happy to hear that.
Thank you so much, Summer. And one thing that brought me here was the fact that I saw you I was doing a Google Data Analytics course, and your profile was one of those that we put up for us to look at for. So the 1M community is just something I was envisioning as like
Envisioning as what? Glory, I've lost your audio. Can you come again?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you again now, but you're cutting in and out, I think.
Okay, it's the network, sorry. So my question is, how do one go from
How does one go from? I was able to hear half your question, not all of it. Do you want to type in your question? How does one go from what to what? You can type in your question in public chat. Glory, you can type your question in the public chat.
hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I was asking, I said, how do one go from just an ordinary chat script? Because I'm seeing what you're doing, I'm seeing what everybody's presenting. I'm like, oh, I've not even started yet, because I wanted to know how to go from just a community that is based online to just a group to something that is going to pay. Because when I'm trying to get teammates that would help me, maybe on volunteers, it's difficult because they want to get paid. But from my own passion about it, I started with the mindset of as a passion to want to help young people connect to opportunities, to want to connect them to say investment opportunities that I come across. So now it's now difficult to continue, because as people as a group increases, there's different needs, and then I need teammates. But then it's difficult to get people to work with because they want to get paid. They don't have the same passion as I do, and I don't blame them. So how do I navigate that? As in, it's really difficult.
Depends on what you're trying to do. You have to define a mission. Like I have in 1 million by 1 million, I have a mission. I'm training entrepreneurs. That is my mission. And I've built the whole program and all the resources around that. It has taken me many years to do that work. My team knows what we are trying to achieve. So if you're trying to build a community to do something, what is the mission of that community?
Okay.
You have to articulate something crisp and clear around which you can generate momentum.
And what if I've already explained this? I've already explained it, and then along the line, like when these teammates, when they come along, they're enthusiastic about it. We are not earning money from doing what we're doing, because it's more like a non-profit. I call it a non-profit, but along the line, they get to start slacking on their responsibilities because they don't get paid. But then that was exactly what I said from onset, that it's not a paid opportunity. So what do I do to maintain the passion that they got from onset? Like that's my problem.
Passion in yourself or passion in the community that you're trying to build?
In my team, the team I'm working with, to get this community off the ground.
So I asked you a very specific question. Are you trying to maintain passion within yourself, your own passion, or are you trying to preserve the passion in the community that you're trying to build?
That is the latter, to preserve
the latter.
Yes.
The latter. So
Yes.
to do that, you're going to have to be very, very clear on what is it that your community is trying to achieve. and then rally the rest of the community around that mission with proper content. You know, if it's an online communities only function well if you can generate content around which that community coagulates.
Yes. Okay. Yes. That's
Okay.
great. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Maureen, are we all set? Is there any other conversation pending? I think I've picked up all the questions from the public chat also. I don't think I've missed any. All right, folks. I think my audio is very clear now. Okay, I'm going to turn my video on and see if you can see me. Here. There we go. Since my audio is clear, maybe the video will be at least a little bit visible. All right, folks, thank you for coming today. I will see you in the next roundtable. Next week, we don't have a public roundtable. It's the week after. I think it's the next one. So if you're planning to pitch, be sure to be in touch with Maureen, and she will make sure you're scheduled. And if those of you who have pitched today, if you want ongoing, interaction, coaching, etc., just join the 1M1M premium program, and we'll get started right away. Okay, take care. Bye bye. All the best.